Tens of thousands of protesters marched in Brussels Sunday ahead of the climate conference in Poland to call for international solidarity in the fight against climate change.
The goal of this demonstration is to put pressure on political leaders to take concrete measures to limit climate change and adopt measures for the environment.
Meanwhile, in France, violent demonstrations on Saturday in Paris against President Emmanuel Macron's energy policies left more than 250 people injured, and hundreds of others were arrested. Macron has put environmental protection at the heart of his political agenda, but switching to clean energy comes at a cost to voters, including higher gas prices and carbon taxes. Activists blame the voter backlash on a lack of education about the climate change and say the industrial leaders benefit from it.
It's the minority of the rich, the 1% that is owning these factories, that is doing all this unethical stuff, and they are the least affected by it because at the end of the day they have so much money, they can escape, they will always find a way to do stuff, but it's really damaging simple farmers in Africa and Asia who have nothing but a field of potatoes, who's going to be completely overtaken by the sea.
About 200 leaders are attending the 24th Conference of the Parties, or COP24, on climate change. The United Nations event is taking place at the International Congress Center in Katowice, next door to the city's Coal History Museum, a reminder that Poland still relies on the high-polluting fossil fuel. U.S. President Donald Trump is not attending. He has said he doesn't believe the science behind climate change and is withdrawing the United States from the 2015 Paris Agreement on limiting carbon emissions.
In some societies, they're saying, it's either climate or jobs. It doesn't go like that. For example, renewable energies, there are very strong and reliable data saying that renewable energy is going to create millions of new jobs.
Scientists say that even a solid progress in Katowice on the Paris goals may not be enough to prevent runaway global warming, as some of the processes that have begun are irreversible. Reports predict that excessive heat, droughts, and rising sea levels are likely to make some parts of the Earth uninhabitable. Zlatica, Hoke, VOA News, Washington.